Why is cleaning our living space so important? When we talk about Buddhist teachings and living a harmonious life, few people consider everyday actions like cleaning as part of it. But if we look deeper, cleaning is not just a physical activity. It is also a way to purify our mind, release stagnant energy, and welcome new opportunities and blessings. In Buddhism, maintaining a clean and organized living space is considered part of spiritual practice. It's a form of meditation that nourishes mindfulness and inner peace. We live in a world where everything functions on the principle of energy. Everything surrounding us, from furniture and plants to everyday items, carries a certain kind of energy. If our environment is cluttered and dusty, we may feel heavy-hearted, stressed, and find it hard to stay focused. A tidy, organized space can become a source of positive energy, helping us feel peaceful, relaxed, and more open to receiving good things. This is why such seemingly simple habits like cleaning our homes hold significant value. 10 common cleaning mistakes and how to correct them from a Buddhist perspective. 1. Keeping old or broken items, blocking the flow of good luck. In Buddhism, everything is believed to carry energy. Old or non-functional items, like a broken clock or a chair with a missing leg, retain negative energy and block positive energy from flowing freely in your space. Imagine a river flowing smoothly. If we place obstructions, the water gets stuck and cannot flow naturally. Similarly, a home filled with old items will feel stagnant, hindering the movement of new energy. Here's a real-life example. A friend shared her story of how she felt stagnant in every area of her life. Her career felt stuck, and her relationships were dull. On a friend's advice, she began to declutter her space and remove old items. As she let go of these things, she felt her energy lighten, and her life started to improve, reflecting the newfound sense of openness in her living space. 2. Leaving trash scattered, blocking healthy energy. Trash not only pollutes our space physically, but also adds negative energy. Everything around us has its unique energy, and accumulated waste is a sign of stagnant, impure energy. In particular, trash in spaces like the kitchen or at the entrance can prevent good energy from entering, blocking prosperity and good fortune. One small but meaningful habit is to keep the kitchen and entrance area clean and trash-free. Every time you remove trash, visualize that you are removing negative thoughts and blockages from your mind. When there's no obstruction, healthy energy can enter more freely, filling your space and spirit with a lightness and vitality. 3. Dirty or broken mirrors. Mirrors reflect luck and clarity. In both Buddhism and Feng Shui, mirrors are powerful symbols of energy. Clean, shiny mirrors bring clarity and uplift the spirit, while dirty or broken mirrors reflect distorted images that affect mental clarity and fortune. Dirty mirrors can block positive energy by failing to reflect light properly. Keeping mirrors clean is a simple way to maintain mental clarity. A family I know embraced this idea by cleaning all mirrors in their home, especially those in the living room. After doing so, they noticed an uplifting change in their mood and a lighter, happier feeling every time they entered the room. 4. Neglecting hidden corners and baseboards, places for stagnant energy to gather. In our busy lives, we often overlook hidden corners and baseboards around the house. These areas accumulate dust and become pockets of stagnant energy. Cleaning these neglected spots and baseboards allows for a more open flow of energy throughout the home. Imagine that each time you clean a corner, you're purifying your spirit, releasing negative thoughts, and removing obstacles in your life. A family that adopted this practice shared how it created a sense of tranquility and ease, showing that even small changes can bring about significant improvements. 5. Keeping dead or neglected plants, hindering personal growth. Plants represent life, growth, and renewal. In Buddhism, life is directly connected to positive energy. Dead or neglected plants bring negative energy. Slowing the flow of growth and prosperity, choose easy to care for plants if you're busy. Caring for plants not only brings positive energy, but is also a way to practice patience and mindfulness. Each time you water or trim a plant, visualize that you are refreshing your energy and that of your space. 6. Not opening windows regularly. Stagnant air and energy, fresh air and ventilation are essential for inviting positive energy into a home. When a home is shut up too long, the air becomes stagnant and heavy. In Buddhist culture, open, airy spaces foster mental clarity and welcome good fortune. A small but powerful habit is to open windows each morning, allowing sunlight and fresh air to fill your home. As you do this, imagine you're purifying the space, bringing peace and positivity into both your environment and your mind. 7. Neglecting to clean electronic devices. Reconnecting with spiritual energy. Electronic devices have become an indispensable part of our daily lives, from the phone in our hand to the computer we use for work. However, few of us realize that these devices accumulate dust, bacteria, and residual energy from the outside world. Devices like computers, TVs, or mobile phones left uncleaned not only impact our physical health, but also disrupt the flow of positive energy in our living space. In Buddhism, the space we inhabit and the personal items we own all carry energy. Maintaining cleanliness and order signifies respect for oneself and the surrounding environment. Regularly cleaning electronic devices helps them function better, preventing malfunctions, and releases positive energy, fostering a calm and comfortable atmosphere. Many people feel work-related stress or have unstable moods, possibly due to living in an environment with electronic devices that aren't properly maintained. Imagine sitting in a clean, airy workspace with a sparkling computer screen, a dust-free keyboard, and a spotless phone. You would feel more relaxed, focused, and likely to perform your tasks more effectively, reducing invisible stress. A business professional once shared how, after being advised to clean his electronic devices and keep his workspace tidy, he noticed significant progress in his career. He felt that such a small act, like cleaning his computer, brought about smoother and more fortunate outcomes. Make it a habit to clean your electronic devices regularly. Set a weekly or monthly schedule to wipe down keyboards, screens, and thoroughly sanitize each device. While doing this, approach it as a purification ritual, imagining you're removing residual stress and lingering negative energy from the past week. With the mindfulness of a practitioner, each cleaning gesture becomes a step toward a deeper connection with oneself, dispelling unseen tensions and welcoming a sense of calm. The result is not just better functioning devices, but a revitalized mind, with heightened motivation and openness to new financial opportunities. 8. Over-decorating with too many items, diverting energy and losing focus. Decorating our homes brings us joy and reflects our personality and interests. However, when we over-decorate or fill a space with too many items, it can have the opposite effect, causing energy within the home to become scattered and unfocused. In Buddhism and Feng Shui, simplicity is valued because an uncluttered space allows for clarity and mindfulness. A space overwhelmed with decorations can make us feel distracted and complicate our decision-making, reducing our ability to attract positive outcomes. Consider the example of a woman working in a creative field. She adored small decorative items and thus filled her workspace with books, artwork, figurines, colorful lights, and plants. After a while, she noticed difficulty concentrating, and creative ideas were hard to come by. Upon a friend's advice, she began decluttering her workspace, keeping only the most meaningful and necessary items. As a result, she felt a sense of lightness, with ideas flowing more naturally and clarity returning to her work, significantly improving her productivity. Decluttering and simplifying your space can bring about unexpected benefits. When your surroundings are open and organized, you easily experience balance and peace, boosting your confidence in life. Apply the less is more principle when choosing decorations, keeping only what truly adds meaning and value. Each time you remove an unnecessary item, it's as if you're gently letting go of mental burdens, allowing positive energy to flow freely through your environment and life, creating new doors to financial success and personal growth. 9. Not properly managing lighting in the home, depriving the space of vital energy. Lighting is crucial in our living space, especially natural light. In Buddhism, light is not merely a physical element, but a symbol of wisdom and enlightenment. A dimly lit home can bring a sense of heaviness and make us feel weary. Natural light, on the other hand, carries the energy of life and renewal, helping make the space bright and harmonious. Imagine a living room filled with natural light in the morning. You'd feel energized and relaxed. enjoying a moment of reading or relaxation. Conversely, a closed-off, dark room would feel suffocating and devoid of vitality. To rejuvenate your living space, consider replacing old bulbs, expanding windows, or adding mirrors to reflect natural light, enhancing brightness and freshness in the space. There was a family living in a small apartment who rarely opened their windows or paid attention to lighting. However, after developing the habit of letting in light by opening windows and changing old bulbs, they noticed that everyone's spirits were uplifted and the air felt lighter and fresher. The husband observed that since bringing more light into the house, his work and finances improved. And the family experienced more happiness and positivity. Every morning, open your windows to let light into your home. You'll feel like your spirit is being recharged with fresh energy, allowing you to access clarity and serenity. This simple action not only invites a natural energy source, but also serves as a way to renew yourself each day, enriching you spiritually and opening doors to new opportunities and fortune. 10. Leaving shoes scattered, maintaining purity and balancing personal energy. Shoes might seem like a minor part of our daily lives, but in Buddhism and various cultural beliefs, they hold significant symbolic meaning. Every day, our shoes come into direct contact with dust, dirt, and external energies, and when we enter our homes without placing them in an orderly manner, we unintentionally carry chaotic energy from the outside world into our peaceful living space. In East Asian culture and Buddhist practice, removing shoes when entering a home not only signifies respect but also serves to protect the purity of energy within the home. Imagine a tidy, organized living space where everything has its own place, creating a sense of calm and peace the moment you step inside. If shoes are left scattered at the entrance, the home becomes cluttered and the energy within the home becomes disordered. Without a dedicated spot for shoes, you might find yourself wasting time searching for a matching pair or feeling frustrated by tripping over random footwear. Keeping shoes neatly arranged is not only practical, but also symbolizes a clear separation between the external world and one's personal space, forming a boundary of clean, positive energy. One real-life story illustrating this concept involves a young family who initially paid little attention to where they left their shoes. Often, their shoes were haphazardly scattered, creating a visually chaotic and uncomfortable environment. After being advised to set up a shoe rack near the entrance, they gradually began making it a habit to arrange their shoes neatly as soon as they entered the house, even using indoor slippers to keep the floors clean and energy serene. Over time, they noticed that every time they came home and saw their shoes neatly lined up, they felt a sense of calm, as if they were shedding the day's fatigue and external energy. By cultivating a simple habit like this, your living space can become more harmonious, offering a welcoming and relaxing atmosphere the moment you step inside. You no longer have to worry about disorder, and your mind can similarly be decluttered of distracting thoughts. Sometimes, such small changes can create a feeling of spiritual abundance, a sense of control, cleanliness, and peace. What's interesting is that when you approach this habit with an open mind, you may also find it easier to attract good fortune and favorable circumstances. In Buddhism, it is taught that body and mind are one, meaning that outer tidiness can lead to inner order and peace. By keeping our living space pure and organized, we are showing respect for ourselves and practicing self-care, leading to a life of greater fulfillment and inner peace. Observe this effect for yourself. When you leave the noisy outside world behind and return to a clean, orderly home, you'll feel sheltered from the chaos and hustle. Just as the neatly arranged shoes at your door symbolize a barrier that prevents the negativity from outside from entering your tranquil space. This simple habit holds a profound impact, enhancing the quality of your life and bringing you a sense of wealth, not just materially, but spiritually as well. Story 1. A life transformed through decluttering. And story. And a single mother from New York was constantly overwhelmed by her demanding job and the responsibility of raising her young child. Her small apartment was gradually filling up with things she no longer needed. Children's toys scattered around, piles of old magazines stacked on tables, and closets stuffed with clothes she hadn't worn in years. Every time she came home, she felt weighed down, but couldn't quite understand why. One day, and stumbled upon a book about the art of decluttering and the impact of a well-organized living space on mental health. She began to wonder if her attachment to these objects might be contributing to her stress and sense of stagnation. Motivated by this insight, she decided to give her apartment a thorough decluttering, starting with her closet. She took everything out, carefully evaluating each item and asking herself whether it still served a purpose. The items that no longer held value, she discarded or donated throughout the process and felt an unexpected sense of relief. Each time she let go of something, it felt as if a weight was lifted from her shoulders. When she finally saw her once overflowing closet now spacious and orderly, she felt a lightness within herself that she hadn't experienced in years. Gradually, and noticed a shift in her outlook, she felt less burdened and more connected to her child and herself. Interestingly, her work and relationships seemed to improve as well, and couldn't help but wonder, had she unknowingly been holding on to burdens, both tangible and emotional, that prevented her from living freely? If her living space reflected her mind, could letting go of these unnecessary things help her create room for new joy and opportunities? Story 2, Rediscovering Life's Meaning Through Gardening. Jack's Journey. Jack, a freelance writer living in a quiet English village, appeared to have an ideal life from the outside: flexible work, a charming little house, and a large garden. However, after experiencing a major life setback, Jack fell into a state of depression. He lost interest in writing and began neglecting his home and garden. His plants withered, and the garden grew wild, reflecting his inner state of disarray. One day, an old friend wrote to him, encouraging Jack to try caring for his garden again as a way of reconnecting with himself. Though initially hesitant, Jack decided to start with small steps. He began watering the plants, weeding, and pruning the flowers with deliberate care. As he tended to his garden each day, Jack noticed that his outlook on life was subtly shifting. Watching new leaves sprout and flowers bloom became a source of comfort and hope for him. The changes in his garden signified more than just growth in nature, they represented a rejuvenation within himself. Jack couldn't help but ask himself, do we sometimes neglect the important things around us, forgetting that they bring us joy and peace? Could it be that nurturing these small, simple aspects of life allows us to restore balance within our own minds? Story 3, A Sparkling Mirror. A Clear Mind. Sarah's experience. Sarah, a successful businesswoman in San Francisco, led a busy life filled with back-to-back meetings and corporate projects. She owned a sleek, modern home where everything was in its place according to her minimalist aesthetic. However, despite the tidy space, Sarah always felt under pressure, as if something was blocking her ability to relax and enjoy life. Her spirit often felt heavy and clouded. While attending a feng shui workshop, Sarah learned that mirrors in the home should be kept clean to reflect positive energy and a clear state of mind. Upon returning home, she realized that the large mirror in her living room was covered in dust, something she hadn't paid much attention to before. She took the time to polish the mirror, and as she looked at her reflection in the newly gleaming glass, she felt as if a hidden barrier in her mind had lifted. In the days that followed, Sarah observed small but meaningful changes. She felt less stressed, more energetic, and her decision-making became clearer. Sarah pondered, could it be that mirrors reflect not only our outward appearance, but also our mental state? Might cleaning the space around us help us cultivate a clearer and more peaceful state of mind?